Yes, we are a go.
You ready, Paul?
Mhm.
I'd like to call the meeting to order for April 25th, 2023. Would you please rise for a moment of silence? Thank you. Please join in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call.
Trustee Sheets.
Here.
Trustee Hannah.
Here.
Here.
And
Hannah's on.
we didn't have, hi, Hannah. Thanks for being here.
Everyone, thanks for having me.
We didn't have any minutes, did we?
No, I didn't get those two because we've had the flu off and on the last 2 weeks.
I will make a motion to pay our expenditures. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call.
Trustee Sheets.
Yes.
Trustee Hannah.
Yes.
Trustee Bill.
On to department reports. Deputy Hamilton.
Right, easy. The last 2 weeks, there were 60 total calls to service. 12 reports were taken and 1 ticket. Out of the calls to service, there was 1 burglary. It was unfounded when the officers got there on scene. It ended up in a big burglary. There was 3 thefts, but it was all, they weren't linked together or anything, nothing to be concerned about. It was all ID theft, just no party taken money. And then there was 5 accidents responded to, 4 suspicious persons were vehicles stopped, 5 alarm drops, 7 traffic stops, and 2 disabled. I'm still looking on Lambert Road as soon as I get down there, I'll speed trailer out. More defined time for speed.
Thank you.
Yep.
New road to speed.
We did a
The speedway.
Yeah, that's what we're afraid of.
Okay, we'll move on to road department. Robert.
A reminder, our spring cleanup is April 28th and 29th, which is this Friday and Saturday. Rain or shine, I hear it's supposed to rain, but we'll see what happens. An update on Old Harrisburg Pike where we had the ditch bank washing out from heavier rains in previous years. I come across a resident that had a humongous pile of worn out concrete. And we're hauling, in the process of taking that down there to reinforce that bank. I'm also looking into something else where the honeysuckles are on the backside of the ditch. I'm gonna talk to a man about having them mowed over. Cause I think what that's doing is all them root systems are pushing all the water towards our road, and hopefully this will kind of let the ditch move itself back a little bit. We did some updates on Seaman Road for the drainage problem out there. The only thing I'm just waiting on the next big rain to see if that helps and see what I need to do next. I just want to try to do one thing at a time and try not to flood somebody else out in the process. Friday, I sent 2 other guys to safety training that Prairie sponsored and was held at Norwich Township. It was mainly pertaining to oops markings and safety things about digging around electric and gas lines, all the above. I would have been there, but I was picking up the grant items for the beautification project on Ebenezer Cemetery. We got those delivered. We've been another round of cemetery mowing. We had 1 burial.
Okay. Anything else for Robert? Okay, fire department. Chief Whiting.
Yep, we're in the process trying to track down our SAM stuff, so I got 1 avenue I'm gonna finish up tomorrow. capture our challenge is trying to get into that password that was existing that's there, can't get into it, so. No, we will figure that out and get that tracked down tomorrow. Training wise, firefighter Sanchez completed the ESO training. Also, it was nice because Grove City, their IT department went too, and they're going to be able to directly help in making some modifications, making it better for us. That time of year, boat training, we're starting to get a lot more boat runs. So we actually had an older boat motor that it's fairly old, but we were able to get it repaired for a lot cheaper than what we'd have had to do to buy a new one. So I was very pleased with that first because it's almost a 15, 20-year-old motor. And you reach that point where they don't have parts, but they were able to get it up and running and it's working good. So saved us a little bit there. Engine 231's down for maintenance. We're currently utilizing Jackson's engine as a backup. It's repaired Thursday. So there's a sensor on, with that electronic stuff, there's a sensor that goes out and shuts the engine down. So we changed over just to be safer. We're just meeting with everybody, doing some organizational and reassignment meetings, and just installed a number of smoke alarms on runs that our paramedics were in on in the last week or so. That's what I have.
Thank you.
And, I think, well, Travis left, but he was here to ask, and I told him to come in and ask, that he wants to use Firehouse for their flower sale again coming up. So, yeah, but I was making him come in and do the ask.
And when is it going to be?
I want to say it's 2 weeks from now. It's a weekend of it. Yes. I'll figure out when Mother's Day is.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Old business. Do you want to?
Yeah, so we received, it's time to renew our employees' insurance plans. We received a quote for a renewal of our existing plan. Came in a little higher than we were hoping at almost 9%. So we did go shopping. We got a couple of options from Medical Mutual. One of them looks pretty feasible, but we're waiting on one more option from Aetna. So I think we're gonna hold off on making a new decision. Let's see if that comes in. If he needs an answer before May 9th, maybe we can call a special meeting if needed to go ahead and make a decision on this plan. So for right now, since our current plan is ending, our contract's ending this month, we just go month to month until we sign up for another option. So there won't be any lapses or anything like that. We're just probably gonna pay a little bit of a higher rate for that month that we're out of contract.
If you talk to him, will you double check on that?
The medical
Medical.
card, yes, I already texted him.
Okay.
That's crazy. Sorry, usually.
Okay, anything else? Do you guys have anything, Chief or Robert, about the insurance?
No.
On April 12th, I heard back from David Smith, the zoning officer, about the complaints at the corner of Seaman Road in Georgesville, Wrightsville. He said he was able to view the items day before that. Scrap auto parts, including doors and bumpers, and he started a case with the LLC on it. The LLC is the owner of that property. Any other old business? Okay, new business? I received an email complaint about the railroad tracks on Alki Road east of the roundabout. The gentleman had wrecked on his bicycle trying to cross. They're very rough tracks. 2 years ago, he fell in the same spot, nursed a hip injury for 10 months. I called Camp Chase Railroad on Georgesville Road, And the gentleman there said the tracks are slated for repairs to completely replace them. At the earliest, it will be fall, at the latest next spring. In the meantime, they will put soft patch in the holes. And then we had a complaint on Lucan's Road about yard waste not getting picked up. I forwarded her email to local waste and hopefully that has all been taken care of. And I sent another email to Adrian Allen, with the Public Health, on April 12th about the letter of that was given to us about the septic system for Darbydale, and he has not responded back yet. Any other new business? Okay, you want to do the announcement then?
Yeah, I spoke with Mayor Stage from Grove City, and he requested a meeting with the Pleasant Township Board to discuss the letter about annexation and to give a presentation on what they're proposing with the approved annexation. And I'll make a motion in that effect to have a meeting May 9th, 2023 at 6 p.m.
I'll second. Roll call?
Trustee Sheets?
Yes.
Trustee Hunter?
Yes.
Trustee Good.
Did you put that on, make a note?
I will, yes.
With Scott and, from Jim, he said, yes, the card will still be named, so there's a card. We'll also get a deductible credit for any of that 40 minutes. It's a 12-month calendar. Aetna may have come in high, but check with Michelle tomorrow. Okay.
And keep in mind these prices. Were you here when Paula said last year it cost us 70,000?
It was over 70. Those cards, those reimbursement cards.
Reimbursement. So that would be, am I correct? Adding 70,000 on
I didn't look at this. Let's
the
see.
total amount,
Mhm.
because I don't think that's included.
That's for the HRA account.
Yeah, last year on that sheet, they had it down across the bottom, what we paid and what they were estimating, but I'm not seeing it this year.
And then May 9 is okay. He said he thinks that Aetna came in. Okay.
Any other announcements? Okay. Paula?
Okay, I need a resolution to transfer $10,000 into that reimbursement account.
And do you have 28 to be our next one?
Let's see. I do not have that in here. The last one I had, I can't remember if we did any resolutions last meeting. I had 27 as the,
Is the last one we did. That's what I had, and then I changed,
okay,
I made the correction,
okay,
and I came up with 28. So
okay,
we'll do 28.
okay.
Resolution, resolution 28 to transfer $10,000 from general fund to the medical account. Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Trustee Sheets,
Yes.
Trustee Hunter,
Yes.
Trustee Good. Okay, I gave some information to, I think I gave you, did I give you a sheet from Otarma? It's just a single sheet. It might be in your stack, I meant to, but I just need some information for Otarma on our insurance renewal package when they work on it. They need to know, did we have like any drug and alcohol testing, and there was a couple other things they asked about. So I just need, okay, I'll get you a copy of that sheet. And then I gave you that Otarma proxy paperwork. that's up there. I don't know if you want to. That proxy paperwork there, I don't know if that's something you want to check with them on before you do something with it, or,
You want to explain what?
I believe, they're asking for us to appoint a representative from the board to be on their board to give a proxy vote. The way I understand what you have there.
So if we don't do it, we just won't
We won't,
have somebody on their
we
board.
won't have anybody on the board.
okay. All right. Okay, representative from Deferred Comp, contacted me. I gave you guys copies of her information and the department heads. She wanted to come out and maybe have a meeting with all the employees, and I explained to her that the fire department's every third day, and she said she could do like a webinar meeting or whatever, or I told her I would give you guys the information. If anybody's interested, we can go from there. I did get a check. It was in the stuff I picked up last night from Franklin Park Conservatory for the cemetery beautification grant. That was $1,300. So the stuff you picked up was, do you have bills for that or?
No.
Okay, so,
Wasn't that a donation?
I think that is separate from the 13.
I think it is.
oh, okay,
That was a donation.
okay,
I think
Yes.
that grant was through Miracle Grow or something like that.
Yes. Yeah.
okay. So, okay.
I'll let
Well, I
you
haven't,
know.
I mean, I haven't gotten anything, so
Yeah.
I just was going by you saying that you had picked up stuff right there, so. And like I
Give me a
said, the-
survey form for Bill, and that's it.
like I said, the checks just came in, so. And are you gonna see him? I was gonna say I made him a copy of that check. I don't know if he wants it for his files or not. Okay. Just a quarterly report from Deferred Comp on, people's, contributions, their accounts. The Board of Zoning Appeals, had a meeting on April 17th. Planning Commission had one on April 12th. Rural Zoning had one on April 20th. Tech Review had one scheduled for today, but it was canceled. Received just an email from the Board of Health on mosquito preseason and vector updates. Franklin County Board of Commissioners, just a newsletter. OTARMA, just a newsletter on avoiding EFT fraud. Newsletter from Morpsey. Update from Burnham and Flowers on their benefit, on their contact representatives. Legislative update from Ohio Township Association, education and events for April and June virtual training from the State Township Association. Shawnee Hills Area Chamber of Commerce, just a newsletter. Couple of newsletters from SWACO on, they had held a, it's already passed a styrofoam recycling event. They just recently held a drug take-back day. Just email information from Sedgwick, newsletter from Franklin County Soil and Water, and a couple emails from the wellness coaches that we have through our insurance, and the representative has changed. So there's a new person there. That's all I have.
Before I forget, Robert, on Nextdoor, there were several people that asked if they could bring computers, printers.
Mhm.
I said yes. I said in the future it might change. Have
Well-
you found a way to get rid of that stuff?
I looked at the company that you gave me the name for. I just looked online to see what their prices were. For larger televisions, they're like $35 a piece, so. I mean, if nothing else, like if they're worried about their computers being reused or something, those I can get rid of and have them taken and get erased or whatever they do. But when it comes to the televisions, there are several other places around. I'm gonna call around, see who's got the best price on it. The people we usually used to use, they're still sending me emails about using them. But the last I spoke to them on the phone, they said they weren't taking any televisions. So that's something I'll have to check into, but I'd say at least for now, we'll take them. So.
So are we taking computers in or, and then that somebody will swipe them or clean them or?
Yeah, they're supposed to.
Do you want to go back to the insurance?
So Jim texted me back while we've been here in session and said that he thinks the Aetna rates may have come in high, so I asked him, you think we should wait until the Aetna rate or to confirm it? And would the May 9th meeting be too late? And he said, yes, for June 1st, May 9th would be too late. There's lots of paperwork and signatures that need done in order to make it June 1st.
So help me understand this here. Which one are we looking at?
The
Last one.
next
to the last.
Next to last,
Next to
the
the last one.
medical mutual, so that would be switching from Anthem over to medical mutual. Looks like pretty much everything stays the same. The only difference that I can see is the maximum out of pocket increases by $350 or so. And then 800 family, the max out of pocket. We go with that option, there's a
So
0.8% decrease to the premiums.
So what would does our out of pocket goes up, doesn't
The
it?
max out of pocket. Right? Or no, well, no, yeah, the employee out of pocket. I'm not sure what the difference is between out of pocket and employee out.
Yeah, see, that's what I don't understand either, because I think that's our biggest challenge is our out of pocket for everybody.
Right, but I honestly don't see how the township can pick up any more of
Well, and
the cost.
I think that employee out of pocket is what we were talking about, that we spent $70,000. So that would increase because it would be increased $800.
Well, I think that the employee out of pocket is what they would have to pay. The deductible, which is what we fund, there's no change. So it would stay that 4,000, 8,000 family.
Well, you've got two out of pockets there. You've got an out of pocket and an employee out of pocket.
So are you thinking that out of pocket is that medical fund we have, and then the employee is,
I mean, I wouldn't know what two out of pockets would be.
I'm asking them right now what the difference is. The employer funded, that's what we fund. The HRA.
It says employee, it doesn't say employer.
Right, but the second line, that employer funded HRA.
Yes.
That's, yeah. So the deductible is the 4,000, 8,000. We fund 3 and 6 of that. So
Okay.
if it's family, and that's what we've been doing.
I think he really should have came to a meeting.
Well, he just got it today, so I didn't even, I got this, 9 o'clock this morning, I think.
But I think we have this conversation every year, like we know our insurance technically expires, Anthem expires May the 1st.
Correct.
And I think we're on a month to month, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll have
we
to pay
wanna-
a higher rate for the month of.
But I'm just saying, why did we, last year it was, why are we waiting until a week or two before to do this when it's expiring? Why don't we start it in January so we know?
Yeah.
I mean, I think Ed made that comment last year.
And it's getting everybody to do
Yeah.
all the
Yeah, I think, yeah.
form fires and
Yeah, but we didn't start that till a couple weeks ago
Correct.
either.
No, we were probably behind the 8 ball a little bit. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, because my husband's got knee surgery scheduled for May the 11th. And when they went to do his pre-approval, the doctor's office said they were informed our insurance was no longer going to be effective May the 1st. So it does cause issues to wait that late.
says there's carrier out of pocket where it's paid at 100%. The HRA reduces the employee out of pocket below that amount. I don't-
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if we make a decision tonight, he's got plenty of time to switch us over.
For June 1, and we'll stay with what we have for the month of May.
So can he call us and we can clarify that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see much of a difference in the plans, honestly, other than the slight increase in the employee out of pocket. Most have. Would you say most have family plans?
It says there's 10 that have family.
Needs to get my calendar or my calculator to see.
And I think, I just looking real quick, I think those numbers are off by 2 people. Because you have 12 full-time employees in the fire department, 1 who's not taken it. So that's 11. And the chief is 12. And 3 and 2 more. So I think there's 17 people. not
Did you
16.
complete the form fire?
Pardon?
Did you complete the form fire?
Did?
Okay, because last time they didn't have you, so they weren't, they just said they'd add you.
So these figures are probably wrong then.
So what's the difference between the last one and the third one?
The last option,
Yeah, when I'm looking at the numbers.
the deductible is quite a bit higher. So where you see where here, the deductible is 4,000 and 8,000,
Okay.
jumps up to 65 or 50
All right.
and 13,1. Doesn't show as red.
I'm kind of thinking he needs to come to the next meeting.
I was just gonna suggest if we can go month to month and it's not gonna affect anybody's benefits.
And holding to this that he said, we could make a move in June and have plenty of time to implement everything.
So
He said that.
even if you have to move it back to July,
Yeah,
As
he's
long-
said if we wait till May, we can't make June, so we'd have to make it July.
Okay.
Because of all the paper.
I'm just saying. And that $70,000 that we spent didn't include the two full-time new firemen either. Because they just started in January, so you've got 2 more full-time people that potentially could utilize that. Add to those expenses.
I kind of want to run the little numbers and see, if we did do a hire and did take on more, what, how much of a difference is, I just need to play with it with my calculator to see what the exposure is versus the savings. Just to see. I mean, a 25% reduction, I'm looking at that last option.
Saw that.
But I want to see how much the exposure is, and I can't do it all in my head right now, so.
Last year on his form, he did have a line down there, what we actually did versus what they projected. So they ought to be able to do that
And I
again.
think, what do we estimate, no higher than spending 70%, I think, of the total
I
exposures.
don't know what figures they used, but they did give that information last year and it's not on there this year.
He didn't answer, so I'm available maybe to do a special if we need to, for him to come out or have him come to the meeting. Go July.
I can do a special, but I think we all need to be here.
Yeah, and my schedule is tight.
And any of the firefighters and road department guys that want to sit in. I mean, as much as we pay them, I think you ought to be.
We'll get him in. Like I said, my schedule is jam-packed with Berlin doing all these classes and cheer tryouts, but.
I think maybe if he can wait till next meeting,
Okay.
we're all available then.
Yeah, okay.
If he absolutely can't, well, we can.
Maybe, should we try and get him out early? I mean, we got. For the meeting, it'd be nice to get him out and that way we can look
We've
at
already
it.
got
Well,
the guys from Grove City coming at 6 for the next meeting.
Yeah, I meant if we did a special
Oh,
and had him come in and meet with him and sit down and really get in the weeds on this.
Well, if we can go on month to month, he could still come out, but,
Yeah, I'm just thinking we need a little bit more time to
well, no, that's what
Have
I'm
him-
saying.
present it to us and that way get time to digest it before you make a final decision. I guess is my thoughts and look at it.
yeah.
Because then at the meeting, you could say, okay, after looking at this and digging into it, that's just my thoughts. So.
See what is available dates.
Sure can. I will email them tomorrow. That's silence to me, fortunately.
You went silent on you?
Yeah.
Okay, do that then. That's a pretty big step to take with all the unknowns, like these figures may not even be right if they haven't added the correct amount.
Still leave that person. That's fair enough for the person. That, these ones wouldn't be, but the per person.
Yeah.
And the county was silent on us, or we get a no from them?
No, they ghosted me.
Huh?
They ghosted us.
I don't understand how they could do that.
Me neither, and I'm kind of like to say no. No, if that's the answer, just say it. I will keep asking you.
Please tell you no. If you don't want to do it, say no.
Years ago, when I was still working at Prairie, I called and I talked to one of the county commissioners. I can't remember, if it was Paula Brooks or Commissioner Brown. Whoever it was at that time said they just could not take us on. we were too small.
And what I've been asking for the last 2 years is that our group can combine with Prairie and I'll do the administration as far as billing Pleasant for their share of the bills and all that good stuff and I mean, I can just added 10 people on, so it's not like I'm not allowed to have more employees, but I kind of wanted to do it on the up and up and make sure they knew and were agreeable and.
But you think that you at least deserve an answer from them, you know, that's the unfortunate part.
Right, that's like the commissioner at least gave us an answer.
Yeah.
Because the other people wouldn't. Insurance. Okay, anything else?
Yes. Did you say you ordered recycle bins? Okay, we're below 10 of them.
We're in the process. Andrew Booker was supposed to have a meeting in mid-April with the city of Bryce. And that's who he's pairing us up with. They would be a blue recycle bin, but it wouldn't have our name. You'd have to stencil our name on them.
Okay.
And he has not yet got back to.
Okay, I mean, we still have some for the time being. But I just wasn't sure what was going on with it, so.
I am working on it.
Okay.
Anything else? I will make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Roll call?
Trustee Sheets,
Yes.
trustee Hunter,
Yes.
trustee Good. Oh.